inside nuclear reactors, there are tubes filled with fuel pellets, and the fuel pellets are uranium. They're enriched uranium, which has some uranium-235 in it, which is fissionable. And these atoms of uranium-235 will fission, and they will give off energy. And that energy continues the fission process in a chain reaction, but it also gives off heat that can be used to boil water, create steam, run a turbine, and generate electricity. So nuclear power plants like Peach Bottom Power Plant and 3 Mile Island use nuclear fuel in their nuclear power plants. This fuel pellet, I've got a simulated fuel pellet here, which I will just take out so that you can see it a little bit more clearly. It's a very small little pellet. You can see what it looks like. It's a little cylindrical pellet. Almost looks like one of those little magnets that you might buy. That little pellet right there in a nuclear reactor is equivalent to 3 tons of coal, or 12 barrels of crude oil, or 500 gallons of gasoline, or 75,000 cubic feet of natural gas. And so this is this little pellet, of course, as it is used inside the reactor, some of the mass of that little pellet will turn into energy. And it's actually a very small amount of the mass will turn into energy. So when this fuel pellet is spent, when it's used up, it will have, it will not have much mass change at all. But that little bit of mass converted directly to energy is equivalent to those amounts of energy. And of course, the only byproduct of nuclear energy, the nuclear power plant creates, is some heat, some steam, which is just water vapor, and the radioactive waste. And so we have to store this radioactive waste after it's done being used in the in the core of the nuclear reactor. Then we have to store it because it does stay radioactive for some time. But the actual pollution and waste products are contained inside this radioactive fuel pellets, and they can be encapsulated in little glass buttons and stored in barrels and stored in safe places underground. So there's very little pollution with the power plant, just the little bit of heat generated, the steam that comes out, and the water vapor.